All right, guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. We are here to assist you guys who are interested in coming to South Africa. Today in this video, we're just kind of, living our life a little bit. So we decided to go golf, and then later on, I went for a little ride. So I'm talking to you guys. So if you're interested, make sure you stick around for that. And then, of course, at the end, I decided to go to a wine bar, and we meet the owner, and we got an opportunity to talk to some people. Went a little long because we're drinking, but you know how that works. So I will see you guys on the inside. Enjoy this video, and of course, like and subscribe. Also, guys, we are part of the African Tourism Association.org. Hit that up, and then you can sign up for newsletters there. And then also, too, we still have the real estate tour going on. So reach out to us via our website, and we can take care of you there. It's going to be a fabulous time, and of course, opportunity to look at great real estate. And then, of course, we do have a book available for you guys. You can find out on our website. Just scroll down. It's a great book if you're looking at relocating to South Africa. All right, everybody. This is Mark.
And Latasha Blanton.
From the Real South Africa, of course. And we are noticing that spring is in the air here in South Africa. So we decided to come out on this great Tuesday.
Wonderful Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah. We normally like to hit the balls, but this time we're gonna actually go ahead and do a few holes, see how this thing turns out. It's been a while, so
We're gonna see how this day plays out.
Yeah. So just keep in mind if we don't look like professionals because she's not.
Shankopotamus.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, y'all, is to make the attempt to take that ball and get it down that lane. I haven't warmed up yet, so maybe I should warm up a little bit. What do you think, Tasha?
I think you should warm up because I was over here practicing my swing and I was like, man, I'm tight.
Yeah, I know, right? It's good going to the driving range, but it's different when you get out here on this formidable course. I'll slide it over a little bit.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Get out the shot.
Let me do a couple practice shots.
Little practice swing.
Oh my God.
I know it. I told you you feel tight. Feel super tight.
I did go for a walk this morning, so I don't know if that helps.
It helps your legs. I don't know about your arms.
My lower body's great. All right. You want to try to get it down there without knocking it too far away?
Yeah, I'm trying to miss the water today. Trying to miss the water. All right, babe, you're up. Look at which way the wind is blowing.
Okay.
All right. Not bad, actually.
Right down the center.
Oh my God, it's still rolling. It's still rolling. Let me see where it stops.
Right down the center.
It's still rolling. It's still rolling. You're almost on the green.
I got a little ways to go.
All right.
See, the key is you got to just be calm. Just be slow, deliberate. Keep your head down. Let's see if she could. Okay. Ta. You killed it.
Like that.
Okay. Let's
All
go.
right, let's go see.
All right, guys, we're riding down. There goes Tasha right there. I should have left her behind.
Wait a minute. No.
Okay, so now we're going down to our balls. Obviously, mine went just a little bit further, but Tasha, I mean, she killed it as well. Let's see, where's that ball at? Okay. Yeah.
I see you.
I mean, we're right down the middle.
I see mine. Mine went further than yours.
No, it didn't.
It did.
Yours right there.
We both had yellow balls.
Mine's the one that's down the middle.
Let me see.
So, guys, as you can see, this is right down the middle.
All right, so there's my one right there.
All right, Tasha, you go ahead and handle it.
All right.
All right, Tasha, go for it. Whoa. Not bad.
Not the direction I wanted it to go in at all,
No, it's not bad.
but I'm not gonna complain.
That's not bad. I don't think you even warmed up. Did you even warm up?
I did, yeah, I did something.
Yeah.
Did something.
The last two holes went pretty well. You know?
I think they went well.
Yeah.
I mean, look, considering where I started when we first started playing some time ago,
Yeah.
I would say.
Oh, I need my glove.
You need to, where your glove at?
I'm about it.
You sure?
So, I'm gonna let this guy get out the way because I don't want to.
We don't need no issues.
Okay. Oh, it's her.
Okay.
I take it.
I will take it too.
Not the best, but
that's not the worst. All right, you got your tea?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll.
All right, everyone. This is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa. I know it's been a while since I've come to you guys direct, but today is going to be a pretty good day since the weather is changing here in South Africa. We're moving from the winter months. Now we're pushing into spring. And of course, this is my time of the year because I just do not like being cool. Yeah, the winter wasn't so bad, but at the end of the day, you know, it's nothing like having that great sunshine here in South Africa. So, but yeah, the weather is changing. Things have just gotten so much better. And of course, you know, we're going into, like I said, spring, and we're in September. And then of course, as the year go on, as we rolling into December, January time frame, we're going to be getting warmer and warmer and warmer going into the summer. So let me show you what we're doing right now, simply because it's spring. You know, we're getting, you know, you see all this brown dirt or whatever it looks like on the yard, but it's actually, they come out and they put, I think they call it lawn dressing, which we call, you know, manure or whatever the case may be. And they dress the lawn. So as you see, it's only been down for a few days, but the grass has absolutely turned from the winter, the way it looks in the winter, to it does in the summer months. So, and then of course I water it, and then this is what we have. And so obviously I think about on Wednesday they're going to come and they're going to cut the grass, and then things will start looking proper. So that's kind of like how we like it here in South Africa. Nice setup. And then of course, if you guys have been following us, my friend across the street is still building his house. It's going to be amazing. Matter of fact, let me just walk across here. But yeah, he's building his house. He actually bought it from someone else who was building it, and then they decided to stop working on it. So he bought it, and he's been working on it for a while. As you see, garage over there. Of course, this will be the front portico. When you first pull in, and there will be a pool and, you know, all the good stuff. So I can't wait for him to finish his house. So I had me another friend to play with, of course. And then of course, this is my house right here. And then right over there, this house is being built as well. So most of these houses that are here, I've sat here over the years and watched them become houses. So, but yeah, it's been a treat to see people purchasing homes and so forth. So, but yeah, the spring has just started, so we haven't got fully into it just yet. But I guarantee you, real soon, it's going to be a beautiful place here, especially when we live here in Blue Valley, Golf Estate, and as you're coming in the front gate, all you see is just the beautiful homes, the greenway, and so forth. But right now, we're getting ready to roll out, and I'm gonna take you to a couple places that I just needed to go to. So yeah, but we're getting ready to jump into one of these things and get going. And of course, I'll be showing you what we're doing, where we're going, and just kind of talking to you about what we do here as the Real South Africa. So let's get this thing started. All right, guys, we are pulling out. Let me show you where we're going. Like I said, we're leaving Blue Valley right now, but this is what I'm seeing. And yeah, like I said, it's a great place to be and whatnot. Today is a Saturday. There are people out there actually already golfing. Let me lower my window because it is actually warm here in South Africa. It is very nice. I say in Fahrenheit, it's roughly about 82 degrees. And I know you guys are wondering, where's Tasha? Where's Tasha? Well, Tasha's on her way back from the United States as we speak. She's on the airplane, and on her way back, she had to go back to take care of some stuff. And of course, her mother was having her birthday party, so she decided she wanted to go to that as well. So I said, okay, we go ahead and go. Do what you got to do. Y'all know me. I'm not trying to leave. So I just decided to stay. So I'll be at the airport in the morning to pick her up, and hopefully I'll bring that to you as well. So, but yeah, well, I just want to. Well, first of all, a lot of you guys are just maybe haven't, didn't really know who we were, the real South Africa. So this may be your first experience, and if it is, I'm just gonna let you know right now. Like I said, my name is Mark Blanton, and of course, the co-owner is Latasha Blanton. We are Americans. We live in South Africa. Been living here for several years now. We've been visiting for many years, and we've traveled this country, a lot of this country. Even though we had COVID, we were able to travel and see the country and do all the great and wonderful things so we could bring you guys, what we see. Now, why do we do this? Well, first of all, we are more along the lines of a travel and tourism company. So if you say to me, you know what, I like everything that I'm seeing, I want to come visit, then part of our company, what we do is we actually put together packages for you guys. We've already got them set up on the website, therealsouthafrica.com, and you can purchase a package that is, that's been designed that we know exactly what you guys are looking for, because we didn't know at one point, and then now we do know what we're looking for. So we decided to bring that to you, and so we want you guys to be able to come to South Africa and come here properly. It's and I'll be honest with you, it's kind of difficult when people are like, I want to come to South Africa, and then they get here and then they're trying to figure out where to go, what to do. Do I need a guide? Do I need a driver? Where do I get this from? I want to stay in an Airbnb, but the Airbnbs are around nowhere where you really want to be, and then you're trying to figure out. I mean, it's really we found that our services have been very appreciative for many people who have trusted us, and have the hundreds that have come with us, and like, wow, this was a proper vacation, like a proper vacation. They never thought they would have been able to do what they did, and all their time was allotted properly, and they saw everything they needed to see. And at the end of the day, of course, they're online, checking out checking out what what the internet says and whatnot. But I'll be honest with you, the internet cannot compete with us when it comes to what to do, where to go, and stuff like that, because we're here full time, and we actually do tourism full time. So whatever you need, we're basically going to tell you exactly what you need based on what you say, and then from there we will take it from there. And then of course we will sort all your transportation out. Don't ask us about, are you guys gonna make sure we get picked up from the airport? Of course we are. Don't be like, do we got to get our own rides to particular events? No, we take care of that too. Do you guys set up this, set up that? Everything that we put in our itineraries, that's exactly what you're going to get and whatnot. And so we know, I think it's funny because people think that, I want to wake up and I want to walk on the beaches in Durban, and then I want to go to the Mall of Africa later on that day, and then later on after that I want to be going to see Table Mountain. What I said was in 3 different parts of this large country, and you can't do all of that, in one sitting. So we make it all make sense. You're not going to be able to come see a country as large and as diverse as South Africa, and in one sitting. So yeah, so that's kind of what we do. We make it all make sense for you, and like I said, that's why we always thank those that trust what we have done, simply because first of all, they would have never been able to do it themselves because they're too busy on the internet, and then number 3, there is really no apparatus out there, like none, no apparatus that's gonna make it work for you. I mean, you can't, go on call some company, because if you do, ultimately, what you're gonna find is, here in South Africa, you're going to find a lot of companies that do a lot of tourism that we don't do. They do a lot of, take you to the bush, take you to safari, take you to, places outside the city, away from all the 4 and 5 star accommodations that you can find. And then they want you to believe like that's South Africa. And it is. That's part of it. And we participate. I like doing it myself. But the reality is that's just a part of it. And the stuff that we want as people in the diaspora is stuff that they just ignore. And so we kind of highlight it and we put it together for you so you guys can come and enjoy. So I just arrived at the clubhouse because I always like to come up here every once in a while just to, see what's going on and whatnot. So I'm gonna take you there real quick, and so just stay with me, okay? All right, guys, I just wanted to pop in to the clubhouse. I spend a lot of time here. Me and Tasha, we do a lot of sunsets here. And of course, they love to have dinner here, or at least they have a very nice restaurant. So sometimes we pop in and we have dinner here. And of course, like I said, the sunsets are amazing. And of course, the wildlife here is especially the birds are out of control. So we get we do a lot of bird watching as well. So, but I just kind of wanted to, bring this to you. This is, like I said, this is part of the estate where we live. Of course, here in South Africa, there are plenty, and I mean plenty, of golf courses like this that have clubhouses. Some are even better than Blue Valley. So we need to step up our game here on this side. So, but today it's a Saturday, so there's a lot of people that come from all over to come golf here as guests, which is a good thing. Of course, bring us business and so forth. But so I just wanted to show you, this is where I spend a lot of our time. Today they had a setup where they were selling things. People locally came in and were selling things. So, and then of course, people rent out some of the halls here. So like, for example, if you're a resident, you can rent it for a lot cheaper. But then you can obviously, go outside. It's pretty nice out here as well. I think they were setting up the, showing that you can get a spa treatment, which I haven't got here yet. I don't know why. I think I always end up just going to one of our vendors that we use when people come here as tourists. They tend to take care of us, so we truly appreciate that and so forth. So just take a look at, this is where we are most of the time. It's like I said, we're usually sitting out here. We got several friends that come here and we just meet and just relax. And this is what South Africa is really about anyway, just trying to relax and so forth. So like I said, you got a lot of people who just came here just so they can golf. But of course they'll be leaving. And then it'll be us. And then, of course, we love our wait staff. These are the people that I know. I meet them. Well, I know them. They've been here for a while, and so we take care of them when they take care of us. So it's just a good scenario here. And then, of course, the brother right here to your left, which you're getting ready to run into, he's a good brother here. He's into his cryptocurrencies and things like that. So, everybody's progressive here in South Africa. All right, guys, we are rolling again. We're rolling, and as you see, we're getting ready to exit. Actually, let me show you. So we're getting ready to exit Blue Valley, obviously, and then we're gonna go. I've been looking for a particular painting or football. There we go. Yeah, we just been looking for a particular piece of art. And I got some hanging in my house already. And I'm actually looking for a giraffe, something I can hang on the wall. I like my African centric art, to include the animals, since they seem to give me the most joy since I've been here. Just going out to the game reserves, which again is something that you guys will be able to do with us once you come here as a tourist. Obviously, you don't want to do it, for 5 to 7 days on the road, but you you're gonna want to have that whole day of just being out in the bush with the animals and so forth. So, but I'm sure you guys have been noticing that there have been so many people coming here to the Republic of South Africa as tourists, and then of course they're turning around and they're telling their stories and whatnot. We again, we appreciate the fact that they're willing to share their stories with us, and then of course going on their own platforms and telling their story, and we understand because it's overwhelming. It's kind of hard to keep it to yourself, and that's why we are doing what we're doing, because we couldn't just go out here and learn what we've learned here in South Africa and then just keep it to ourselves. That doesn't make any sense. And then of course, with us being business people, we set things up properly so you can interact with us from a business perspective, which really, be honest with you, it really helps you because once you have interacted with us and you bought into hey, I'm coming to South Africa. I've been watching you guys on YouTube. I've seen you guys on other people's YouTube channels. I've heard people talk about, the real South Africa and what's going on down here in South Africa. I think the narrative has absolutely changed. I remember when we first got here some time ago. I mean, you couldn't find any really good content on what goes on down here in South Africa. Like, why would anybody want to come? It was always so negative, and I couldn't understand that, because most days I couldn't find the negative stuff that they were talking about. So, sitting here trying to combat, a rumor from 5 years ago, or somebody who decided to, I think I could get a lot of clicks and views by putting out negative content about South Africa. I mean, it's easy. It's almost low-hanging fruit. So, like I said, we could do the same, but I choose not to. And of course, now this is my host country and I live here. I see a lot of positive things that nobody talks about. And even when we're talking about it and showing you exactly what we're talking about, there'll be those that'll be like, well, what about this? Well, what about that? I'm like, I don't live in the what abouts. I live here in South Africa. So this is my reality, and for people to think that, that we can show a whole country when there are, news agencies and for years have been still trying to crack that nut. That's not my space. So obviously, if those that are looking for that type of information, then I would say just go and you'll find that on any other channel, as far as like CNN, BBC. I mean, you name it. There's enough negative things about South Africa if you're looking for that. But like I said, I digress. I'm just happy that people have come here, and a lot of them come here through our direction. A lot of them, the majority of them have came here through the real South Africa's direction and had the proper experience. And we got people here that are now our neighbors that have decided to live here, which is good, but again, we gave them, and like we tell everyone else, you can't just come, like we told them, you can't just come move here and just expect it all to work out. No, you're gonna have to form a relationship. You're gonna have to come as a tourist and see it for yourself. And I can say for all those people, they all got motivated at some point. They was like, oh, so you telling me now that they've been here, they can see it for themselves. So, and it doesn't take the real South Africa to motivate them to, do whatever, they need to do to move here. So as you see, I just turned the camera around so you guys can see the traffic that I'm dealing with. The weather here is absolutely amazing today. I mean, it's amazing. It's, like I said, it's not a cloud in the sky. It is sunny, and it's about 80 degrees at least. And it's right in the middle of the day, right about 1 o'clock. So yeah. So we always suggest that people come here as a tourist. I'm not trying to stop nobody from coming to live here, but it takes a little more than watching a video and then say, okay, I want to come do like the real South Africa. Because if that's the case, then if you knew our story, it took us years to get here. But we had to be motivated to say, let's put down, what America's offering. Which, like I said, we're both Americans. We love America, but at the same time, we like, what we can do and how it makes us feel to be here. Now, here's another little, tidbit, and maybe I'm going a little too far. I would say if you're trying to leave America simply because, the stuff that happens there is, well, first of all, it's nothing new and whatnot. It's just in the past we dealt with it and we didn't know that there were any other opportunities out there. Well, there are other opportunities, and South Africa just happens to be one of them. But you will never know that if you, for one, just keep listening to, what's been said for years about Africa and so forth. And then number two, if you're not orientating yourself, if you're expecting to leave, Tennessee or North Carolina or Chicago or somewhere and expect to pop up and think everything is going to be the exact same, it's just that you're fooling yourself. So, there's a lot of adjustments that you're going to have to make, not necessarily culture shock, but adjustments that you're going to have to understand that you're going to have to make. And if you're not willing to make that, I would say stay in the U.S. until you are ready. But I think the only thing that's going to prepare you for these types of scenarios is if you are coming here as a tourist. Let me explain that to you, because it's interesting that when I say come here as a tourist, you're gonna have to come and just visit a lot. Almost make it your second home. Like whenever you got time and you're done, like you got a little vacation time, or you just need you got a week, come to South Africa. Contact us. We will set you up for success, and then you can kind of get used to being here. First of all, get used to being out the country, because a lot of you guys have never really been out the country. And I'm not meaning just going to somewhere within an hour or two flight away, in North America. No, I mean like out the country, like away, because you got to understand that South Africa is not centered around American life and American culture, American, anything. Now, do we have some of the same industries? Of course. Do we have American companies here? Yes, but this is still Africa. Regardless of how you want to put it, this is Africa. So I'm going to suggest that you come here and start, getting to know the people, getting to know the lingo. And so that would definitely help you. And I can't stress that enough. So, and that's why we set up our company, to make sure that when you come here, you're not wasting any of your time. And at the same time, you are literally maximizing your potential of what you can actually do. So I'm going to say sitting at home, trying to figure it out from the internet, I promise you, you will come here and you will hit every branch coming down. I promise you. And I've seen it happen. But again, we do have a nice little, pathway for you to get here. And that's why you're starting to see so many people that are living here now or have moved here or plan on moving here because they've been in contact with us and they have purchased homes. As you guys know, we have a real estate tour coming up, I just want to harp on that just for a moment. People actually think that you could just come here and just start looking at property. You start just, yes, in the United States, yes, I can show up tomorrow anywhere in the country, call a realtor and start looking at houses and start purchasing things. Well, it doesn't work that way. Matter of fact, it's the total opposite here in the Republic of South Africa. So that's why you kind of need, somebody to get you the access that you need to be able to purchase these properties, as you can see to my right. That's Waterfall over there. But so that's why it's important that we set you up for success, to give you the access that you need. We do that easily because we're here and we can we can walk in there, and we do most people know who we are, and they're willing to work with us to say, hey, you know what, you got guys coming from America, we will open this up for you, we will take care of it for you. So that's why it's important. So those that are coming are going to get a treat, because you just don't just, as we say here in South Africa, rock up and just say, hey, I just want to see a house. It doesn't work that way. But we've had, I mean, at least 5 or 6 people purchase homes already, and and it's going to be more, especially after this tour. So hope everybody's doing well out there, and of course, we want you guys to like and subscribe to our channel. But I hope that you like what you're seeing. But yeah, this is South Africa. For some odd reason, there's been a movement towards people moving to South Africa. A lot of African Americans, and so it's happening. From our perspective, I don't know about all the countries out there, because Africa is massive. But I can only tell you about South Africa, and there's a lot of people who are finding their way to South Africa and whatnot. We just want to make sure that when you do come, if you're looking at the real South Africa, we're going to always advocate that you come as a tourist, just to come see it for yourself. I mean, it's paramount that you do that. Trying to piece it together yourself, then give us a call and say, hey, I got a day on this day, can I come out and see houses? I'm going to have to tell you that that's not possible, because there's a lot of coordination that happens on our end. And then again, you don't even understand the process of purchasing a home. So yeah, but I understand your concerns and whatnot. So let me turn this around so you can see me. But but we do have a lot of fun here. Our tourists that come here, our people that come here, are just like, this is amazing. Some of the food that they will be able to eat, some of the things they've been able to see, some of the people they've met, some of the attractions and stuff. It really it's almost like a mental health break, because a lot of people like I could put it to you like this: there are places that we've taken them, they're like, can we go there? Like, they don't feel comfortable going there, because even in the U.S., even though they might have the monies, they wouldn't go, simply because it's a really nice place. And I'm like, no, this is for you. And then when they walk in and they get treated so well, and they walk in very unapologetically, it just makes a difference. So so we really appreciate what we do and what we're doing, and we are happy to see more people, more than ever, visiting this great country. I just had a conversation with Culture Tourism just like maybe 2 days ago. Gauteng is like it's a province or a state, like any state in the U.S. And they're very keen on assisting us with bringing more people here to this province for tourism purposes. And that's amazing. So and I'm just going to admit it. It's a lot of times we don't, we want to stay like in the background. We don't want to admit things as the real South Africa. But, on the South African side, they come to us and a lot of times to talk about tourism and bringing, those Americans, and what do they want to see? What do they want to do? Things like that. And we can make that happen. That is literally not a problem. What else? So like I said, we definitely take care of that. So anyway, so where I'm going now, I'm going to a place called not Design Corner, Kramerville. I haven't been here in so long, but I'm looking for something. But over here in Kramerville is where they have like all, like not all, but a lot of if you're looking for stuff for your house, furniture, I mean, you name it, it's here in Kramerville. So I really do like it over here in Kramerville, because like I said, I like to, look and, get some ideas of what I need. But right now, like I said, I'm looking for a particular picture for my house that I wanna put up. And I've been meaning to get it for a while. I just haven't took the time. So hopefully I can find something today. Hopefully I can have it up before Tasha gets back home. and so forth. But yeah, this is, like I said, this is who we are. And like I said, we love the fact that there are so many African Americans that are literally coming to South Africa and whatnot. And like I said, those that have started their YouTube channels and trying to spread the word. We really appreciate that as well. And like I said, a lot of the people that you do see that are here, and again, does everyone do a YouTube channel? No, but those that do, have really spread the word about what's going on here in South Africa. So the best thing I can tell anyone is, of course, to obviously visit our channels. Just kind of go back and watch some of our old videos, especially the what you call it, the what do I call it, the testimonials. They're really good. And like I said, they all have their own backstories and whatnot, because like I said, a lot of people didn't even want to come, but then they trusted us, and then they came, and as they say, trust the process. They came and was like, damn, I did not know. And at that point, now they're super excited. They're not going on any other vacations. They're just coming to South Africa. So anyway, I'm almost there. So let me put this down so I can find my location, and then I will get back with you guys when I get there. All right, guys, I'm rolling back to Centurion or Pretoria or Midrand and whatever. And I wasn't able to find the photo that I want, but I'm sure I can. I'm gonna get it at some point. You just gotta keep going by there and see if they have it. It's art, so you're not gonna always find exactly what you want and so forth. So I hope everybody's day is going very, very well and whatnot. So yeah, let me turn this camera around a little bit so you guys can see what I see. Obviously, like I said, today is a great day and whatnot, especially to be a tourist here in South Africa. Unfortunately, I'm not a tourist anymore. I'm a resident, which I really, really appreciate the fact that I'm actually here, doing what I'm doing and whatnot. So, but of course, if you guys have questions of us, as far as what we actually do, what we've seen, we can't quell all your concerns simply because there's so many concerns to be, that are questioned, or questions that could be had. But we do what we can. So like I said, I'm on my way back north. So if you look to your left there, that big building over there is a PwC building. That's what we call it. And over there is the Mall of Africa as well, and a bunch of office buildings, and of course there's some residential locations as well. There's going to be a lot more being built over there as well over the next coming years. So like I said, South Africa is becoming very progressive, taking the lead here in the southern region of Africa. So yeah, it's all happening, and I would suggest that if you have the ability, be here, for when all of this is being built. I remember when this place was just a dirt patch, literally, and I've watched them build so much since I've been here, and then just kind of hearing about all the new stuff that's happened out in Kempton Park area, stuff that's happened out in Syria, all these different areas. So like I said, I don't know if this is Wakanda, but it's about the closest you're gonna get. And of course, what they're building is incredible. So yeah. So anyway, just wanted to come to you real quick, let you guys know that we're still available. And like I said, you can go to our website, find you a great package to come to South Africa. And of course, you can always get a call if you have questions. But for the most part, the packages are pretty robust. If you decide to select one, I promise you'll be like, wow, I'm glad I did it. And all I can say at that point, once you selected it, put your deposit or go ahead and make your payments or whatever you choose to do, then you're on your way to sunny South Africa. It's okay to. It's okay. Got him. All right. It's the camera. Guys, I have Kwame here. He's a rapper from the 90s.
Wow.
From the real South Africa, travel and tourism, and we have decided to come here for some odd reason to meet this gentleman. He has a business here that he's trying to run. You're running it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell him who you are. There you go. Tell him who you are.
Johannesburg from Cape Town. Started with this at 25 years old.
Yeah.
Turned 35 in next month. So
35, amazing,
yeah,
right?
35. You know, so I started young.
And you're an old man in South Africa.
Okay. Well, considering I drink every day, I'm a bit older.
He still qualifies to be part of the ANC Youth League.
Now you got to bring up the ANC. See, you were doing so well. And then Father Time here.
Non-political stuff.
Yeah. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about. This is your establishment. Okay, so you decided to get into to bring wine, proper wine, to South Africa.
Yeah,
Or
look,
to Joburg.
Yeah, look, I studied at Studies, Stellenbosch, Cape Town,
Okay.
my undergrad honors. And then I decided to do my master's in the US. But while I was in the States, you know, I
Okay.
figured in the US, you guys understand the difference between a wine shop and a liquor store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Y'all call bottle store here.
Yeah, bottle shops.
Yeah.
So we can't grow the wine industry if we don't have wine education.
Yeah.
So what I figured is, you know, let's introduce a model where we have a US style wine shop with a tasting experience. You
Yeah.
know? So we do a lot of wine tasting, a lot of education on wine. And because of that, you know, we try to grow the wine market and the wine culture in South Africa. Because all the brands we do here up to find you liquor shops.
Yeah.
Which you find in America and in the Netherlands.
Yeah, or at the Food Lion, at the places that you just can't learn anything.
Yeah. So I think South Africa needs to understand how to appreciate wine a bit more. If you want to know the industry,
No, but
but right now
I used
we are
to
focused
think
on
the same. I used to think, and
we're
then
just focused on like the big brands. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like thinking all you want to drink is champagne, Moët, and they're great. But what about that small producer? You know,
Yeah.
no one in France is really drinking Moët. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to use the US model in South Africa.
Okay. So people should come here.
Yeah, look.
Where you at? Where we at right now?
Yeah, so we at the table, but we had
with these guys.
yeah. 4 is Johannesburg. It's a subset of Sandton.
Sure.
But yeah, the most important thing is we want people to like not feel nervous about drinking good wine. You know,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are intimidated by the product. You know, internationally it has a stigma to it. So we have a very diverse customer group. You know, anybody's welcome kind of a thing.
Okay.
And also introducing more people of color. You know, I think unless you do that, because the winemakers in South Africa aren't doing it.
Yeah.
So we like saying, hey man, somebody has to take the lead here, you know. So
So you've been like a little pioneer or something.
look, we started out this place a long time ago, and since we opened up, we started to find more and more wine places opening in Johannesburg,
Yeah.
which is where the money's at. You know, in Cape Town, people don't have money. You know, they have nice houses, fancy
Yeah.
beaches, but they don't have the money to buy the product. You
So
know?
basically, you make all the money in Joburg.
Exactly. It's like New York, California. You know, where's more... California's a difficult thing to use because LA people have money. But
Yeah.
I mean, just because you're where the wine's at doesn't mean the money's there. You know, and more people drink more expensive wine in New York probably. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that Joburg's definitely the financial center.
Yeah.
So we try to promote wine to the higher LSM, higher money markets. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I think you gave the reason why they need to come to your location. You never told them what it was called.
Oh, so we called 1813. The word 18, the number 13.
Yeah.
And the reason we called 1813 is you drink a red wine at 18 degrees Celsius
Okay.
and a white wine at 30 degrees Celsius. So 1813, if you Google 1813, the word 18 number 13.co.za, on Instagram at 1813, same thing on Facebook. But yeah, everything about us, even from the name, is about education.
Okay.
Because the reason we call it 1813 is the only way you can enjoy a wine is if you drink it at the right temperature. If you drink it at the wrong temperature, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Okay. So in short, people do need to come here. They do.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, no, they will. They will come here. Now, because you know, obviously you guys sorted out one of our travelers.
Yeah.
When Chelsea came, we spoke about her earlier.
Yeah.
When she came here, she stumbled across you guys. What happened?
Yeah, Chelsea became family, you know. So, I mean, you're sitting at the family table. We were family.
Yeah.
My brother from the ANC Youth League's family.
Oh yeah.
So what we're trying doing is, one, creating a place where people can get to know others.
Yeah.
So if you're coming from abroad or just traveling in the city and you want to meet people,
Yeah.
it's a really cool place to meet people. There's something about a wine audience too.
Yeah.
You sift out the riffraff, you know what I mean? Like, not a lot of randos drink wine, you know? So, but I mean, everybody here came separately.
Yeah.
But if you become family, and what happened with like Chelsea, she came here and she's made friends with my friends next door, and we take them to Soweto, and outside even our shop, we make more friends.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to just like have a friendship group, you know, instead of like Yelp groups and all of these, you know, groups and
Facebook groups and stuff like
Facebook
that.
groups and all of that stuff. So,
Okay, because I came here. This is my second time here. The first time I stood outside the door.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going in because I know what's going to happen. But now that I come here, I met this young man here, and then this young lady here. What's your name again? Her name is Taban. You got anything you wanna say to the people?
This is the place to eat. If you're into wine, boutique wine specifically, because these are not brands that you normally get in your average normal stores.
Yeah.
And you want to try out something that most of them are based in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Suzanne brings them to us in Joburg. And you're keen to try them out. This is the place to be for different things. I mean, not just tastings, sip and paint, oyster pairing,
I'm not sure.
the works. That's all different forms of
Would I?
wine.
Unless you got something planned, trust me.
I don't.
Sun's around, doing nothing, you'll get
Okay, so it comes highly recommended.
Definitely.
cut down.
Definitely.
So what you suggest I do?
Yes.
Okay. And you're from South Africa?
Yes. I'm a wine influencer.
Are you?
Yeah.
I did not know that. She's a wine influencer?
already has one.
But that's
You got her in here.
He found out today, but I'm a wine influencer. So yeah, people drink
No, I'm not.
certain wines.
My retirement is only for today.
So
Okay.
if I
I'm talking
recommend
about
this
retiring
place,
today
definitely a place to go.
and tonight.
Okay, Mom said.
Not like
Okay.
retiring, like.
Alright.
No, I'm
And then
just
we
talking about
met, we
tonight.
met these loud guys over here. They're loud. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Because the problem is, y'all, they're from Soweto.
Yeah, we are.
You're from Soweto.
Yes.
You're from
We're
Soweto.
from Soweto.
Yeah. So we thought they were from KZN. Wait, what's the story? Are you from KZN or are you from Soweto?
No, born
Wait,
and bred Soweto.
wait.
And buttered.
Where did he say he was from?
born KZN.
No. Born in Soweto, grew up in KZN.
He lied.
Okay.
Sorry, I heard KZN.
Okay. Well, we'll throw that in there. Okay, cool. So you're from Soweto.
Yeah. Born and bred.
Okay, somebody said born and breastfed. I heard that before.
No, I said on bread and buttered.
Yeah.
So it's
I like that. Born and breastfed.
you make a great toast.
Okay, cool. So you guys from Soweto. How was it back in the day when y'all was coming up in Soweto? I mean, y'all didn't have the opportunity to have these type of scenarios like this, right? But now you had that option. So how was it in Soweto growing up? Back during the uprising. She said it.
Okay.
He said something about the uprising. And he said he was there.
Yeah, no. I was an instigator. I led the uprising.
Yeah.
I'm joking, I wasn't there.
He's here. Oh, God damn it. You guys are horrible. You guys are horrible.
Okay, I read about it.
Okay. But South Africa's changed over the years.
South Africa has changed actually a lot.
Okay. To include the wine industry.
The wine industry has always been there, but I think the only problem that we had then is exposure. It was mostly, limited actually to a certain race group. From a black perspective, it was mostly spirits, beer, and everything else. But
Whiskey.
Jameson, whiskey,
Particularly.
Vodka, all those other things, basically spirits. And I think if you look at the history, if you look at the black history, actually, what happened is that, especially for us that grew up in Soweto, you had a lot of train stations. In each and every train station, there's a vodka store. It's weird, eh?
It is actually. Now that I think about it, it is.
So in essence, it means that our parents actually, when they were coming back from work to home, they had to start at the vodka store.
Yeah, they had to grab a little something.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah, it is weird. Now that I think about it, actually, yeah, you're right.
Each and every
Train station
train
at a vodka store.
At a vodka store. How do you place a vodka store at a train station?
Well,
Even in the trains, you had people that were
We're
selling
selling
alcohol
inside the train.
Inside the train. For people going to work and coming back from work.
so that's
So
what
if-
happened.
If you're hungover, you're going to be drinking in the train going to work.
Yeah.
Coming back,
You'll be drinking on the train again.
But that's why I see people hanging off the trains,
Yeah.
just like coming out of Soweto.
Yeah.
That yellow one.
Yeah.
There's a train and people be hanging out. Okay, they be drinking too. Like in the U.S., like in the black communities, almost on every corner in the black community, there's a liquor store.
Yes.
They keep it readily available, and then there's alcoholism going on in the black community because they bring more liquors. We call them liquor stores, we call them package stores. Give me a little package, same thing. So, interesting.
Yeah, I think South Africa needs to have we need to have a more responsible alcohol consumption, and something like wine is different, you're not doing shots, you're not doing...
Yeah, absolutely.
But so we have a lot of alcohol consumption in the country, but I think it's irresponsible alcohol consumption.
Yeah.
And what we try doing, and I think once you appreciate a product, you'll treat it different. Look at us. We're drinking the same glass of wine now.
Yeah.
But we're sipping on it because we like it, because we enjoy it. We enjoy the complexity of it. We're not just drinking for the outcome. A lot of people drink for the outcome when you're doing a shot of tequila or whatever, because it doesn't care. In South Africa, we call it percentage. Just give me percentage. Something like percentage. And I think if we can grow our culture to a more responsible appreciation of the product, even if you're drinking whiskey, if you're drinking a good whiskey,
Yeah.
you're gonna drink it slower,
Yeah, because it's nice.
right?
It's
Because
nice.
you appreciate it, you like it. You're not just drinking it to get drunk. And South Africa really needs that. You know what I mean? It's a big difference.
and I think it was well orchestrated and well planned actually by the then regime. Because
Yeah.
if you get consumed so much in drinking, then you don't get involved in civil issues. You
just don't care as much.
You don't care as
They
much.
paid
So
you
it
in
worked.
alcohol, man.
It worked.
Back in the day, they paid farm workers in alcohol.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was called the DOP system, which is the drink system. And they would pay you in alcohol. So they created a nation of alcohol abusers, so
Yeah.
to speak.
People who defend
Frank
it.
about it.
They're dependent.
But for me, the way I drink is I drink a lot of wine. But I drink, my goal is I want to drink as long as I can without getting drunk.
Yeah.
That's genuinely my goal because I enjoy the product.
Yeah.
So we try to educate people with wine, and if we can get people there, it makes a big difference.
Exactly. Cool. I think we're good. I think people need to start coming here in 4 ways.
Yeah.
And it's 16,
1830.
1830.
The word 18, the number 13.
18, 30,
13,
1-3.
1-3.
1.
I gave him too much wine at this
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
1813.
Oh, 1813.
18,
Yeah.
Okay, I keep saying it that way because I want to keep saying it so people will get it.
Yeah.
See, I'm marketing. I'm doing better than all y'all guys. 18, 13, 30. The for real, come here, and then obviously you'll meet this gentleman here. Get an
And
opportunity.
it's a safe space, man. You'll learn a lot.
Yeah.
And the way we approach wine is a down-to-earth way. You're guaranteed to leave at your next dinner party. You can have facts that are useful. I'm not going to tell you you're going to taste loganberries and gooseberries and grass because who's eating a fucking loganberry? You know what I mean? Like,
I like loganberry.
yeah, but it's South African. You're American. That's where you get the words from. So you're using products that people aren't used to.
Yeah.
And that's where the intimidation factor is. So when I ask people at the table, what do you taste it? A lot of people start looking at their glass like, oh, I got a phone call. They look away because they're scared to answer.
Yeah.
But if it's a beer or if it's a vodka, they'll be open and comfortable to give an opinion.
Yeah.
And people need to be more comfortable. It's just alcohol at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And we're just trying to make it a more inviting environment where if you have any questions, you have any stuff you want to learn, listen to Spot.
Cool. I got another question for you guys.
Yeah.
Let's this little one over here. She's on her phone. She's covered up by me because she's so small.
I thought these my bugs.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, do y'all think those Americans such as myself, right? Those should come to South Africa as a visitor?
Well, I mean, it's a no-brainer, especially if you're a person of color. You know?
But if you've never been here, it might not be something that's on your radar.
Oh yeah, and also
Because you've been to America.
So I lived in Los Angeles. I've lived in Connecticut. The images I got.
Extreme.
Stanford, yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
But I prefer the East Coast.
Okay. Are you East Coast, West Coast guy?
Well, look, I can choose both because I'm not from there.
Yeah, but what do you prefer?
But I prefer the East Coast because it's more like Johannesburg.
That's right.
It's more hustle, it's more busy.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I'm East Coast. That's right.
So, but the stuff far in the sea of South Africa is bush, it's tribalism stuff. Like when I was sitting in Los Angeles and I saw a South African government ad promoting South Africa. And it was people in the forest, it was Kruger National Park, it's bush, but they don't show wine bars, they don't show the hustle and bustle of Sandton. Like our roads are better than New York, I can tell you that comfortably.
Yeah.
Like New York's roads are, and LA's roads are great.
Yeah.
So the perception people have of South Africa is flawed. We're very metropolitan cities, very metropolitan
Africa
country.
in general, actually.
Yeah, but I mean, specifically South Africa, and the reason I'll say that is, if you go to Botswana and other countries, the roads are still gravel. South Africa is the one place that was colonized by the British, right?
Yeah.
And this is where they set up camp. So they wanted this to be the nicest place to be. So in other African countries, you're going to find gravel roads. I haven't been in a gravel road in South Africa.
But
I don't know.
SA is the most developed country
Yeah.
in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So just to experience what the first world is, come to Cape Town, come to Joburg.
Yeah. No, you actually
Do
see
that.
that. Yeah,
I think just do your research as well in terms of what you want. If you want the buzz life, the clubbing, Joburg is the place to go.
Yeah.
And if you into the fine dining and the bougie life, Cape Town is the place you should land into.
Yeah.
You know, so before you come, just do your proper research because we don't really have a true representation of what our countries actually is outside.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true.
And most Americans have grouped us in terms of as if Africa is a country on its own, and it's a whole freaking continent.
Yeah.
I don't live in Africa. I live in South Africa.
Yeah.
This is why other Africans don't like us. We do live in Africa.
It is part of Africa, but most people, especially in America, when they talk about us, they put us in one umbrella as if we are all the same, and we are so different. We are all unique. Yeah, we are all unique in our own special ways. We bring out the best of what we have, like individually. And I want everybody, if there is a particular thing they want to experience, they should do research in that particular.
But it's the same as America, you know. If you're talking to an American crowd, if you go to Louisiana, if you ask me what I like, I lived in Stanford and LA, but my favorite cities are Philadelphia and New Orleans.
That's where we at.
You know what I mean? So within America, you get subdivisions of different cultures, different accents, different ways of life. And it's just the same here, you know. So anywhere you go, you're gonna get different ways in life. But it's still Africa. Let me not get into that.
Yeah, don't do this. Don't do it.
It's South Africa in Africa.
Yeah.
But you're aware that even South Africans, when they're going to the rest of Africa, they say, I'm going to Africa.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing actually to ever find. They're saying we're going to Africa. We're
South
saying,
African.
yeah. Oh, trust me.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You've heard that.
And I
It's
don't think,
so weird.
Yeah, I think it's right. People are upset with South Africans, rightly so, because a lot of South Africans think they're above the rest of the continent, and I think it's rubbish. You know, I think it's the wrong way to live. You know, because you look at places like Ghana. I mean, their currency is stronger than ours. Like, who are we to tell them they're below us? So. But in general, South Africa is a very friendly place. You know, it's a place that obviously foreigners like coming to. But if you come there, it's very welcoming. You know, if you need directions in the streets, we'll give you.
But you said that you hit it on the head. When you was in the U.S., when you saw content talking about South Africa, you didn't see this South Africa. Yeah, and that's something that we find, you know, doing what we do in the tourism space. People used to, now they don't anymore, call us and ask us, well, is it like what they show on TV? And we're like, what are you talking about? It's like this. And then when they see you guys on this video camera or what they've already seen, like it's like that, I did not know. So you would assume that the government per se, you know, Brand SA, all those other guys, SA Tourism, is putting this information out, but they're not.
No, they're not. And you know, I understand what they're trying to do because they're trying to use an angle of if you want to see the bush, come to us with the best bush.
Yeah.
But we're more than just a bush. We make something.
A lot more.
I mean, our wines are better than everybody else's at this point. If you look at the ratings of wine, South Africa makes the best wine in the world at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I won't say every grape, but a lot of wines are up there with the best at least.
In fact, actually, what I normally say to people actually that I come across, especially that are not from South Africa, is that if you want to know what South Africa is about, compare your quality of life. Where if you're coming from America, you're coming from Europe, and then compare your quality of life when you are here in South Africa. We've got all types of restaurants, all types of establishments,
everything.
But most importantly, if you are in America, you for a $1,000 a studio apartment, you live in a nice place in South Africa.
Yeah.
And that talks to your quality of life.
But in a lot of places, you can't even nowadays get pay $1,000.
But I'm saying if you convert the $1,000 to South African rand,
so 16,000.
It's 16,000. Like you're talking about
you're doing well.
A 3-bedroom apartment actually with a garden.
Yeah. In 4 ways.
In 4 ways. And when you talk, because we travel. No, when you travel, if you travel in America, like the hotels in South Africa. We used to at least a minimum of 4-star, 5-star.
Yeah.
But our 4-star hotel and our 5-star, it's like a danger when you go to Europe.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the quality that you get when you get there. It becomes extremely expensive. Like, but that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting to get the same quality and same standard of living when I live here and I'm going to Europe. I'm going to Paris, and
it goes down.
And you know, it's like something that I will never sleep in South Africa.
Yeah.
So it's the quality of life.
So you bougie up in here.
No, not really, but you know.
I am.
But I mean, when it's you know, if you want to access to products, we've been doing the best wines in the country, right? But everybody can afford it. So the quality and the stuff you can, but I'm just saying the access you have for the finer things of life, South Africa's the place, man. You can go play golf at any golf estate. Look, it's not going to be cheap for anybody, but everybody can do it. Where if you tell me the most expensive restaurant in New York, it's out of price points. You know what I mean? Where you can go, anybody can go to the most expensive restaurant in South Africa. They might not be able to do it every day, but they can do it. You know what I mean? Where there's some places in the
it's like some of the top restaurants in the U.S., let's say New York, for 2 people. You're going to probably top. Order 1 course, nothing special, maybe dessert. You're going to spend about $400 US.
Oh, easy.
There is no way in the world that everybody at this table, we can go to the top restaurant, we can go to...
On the food bowl? No way.
Yeah, at this table.
I mean, drinks, we can do our thing, you know?
Yeah, but I'm saying that you can't spend $400 US.
Oh, no, it's hard.
You can't at the best restaurants, the best service in
for the whole
in
table.
Cape Town.
That's even a lot.
So we're talking about what, like 7,000 rand?
Yeah, yes.
You can't. Yeah,
You get to that, and that's what we were saying. Like the reason I moved back to South Africa was I was like, okay, what can I access in America, right? And my friends were coaching at in Stanford at Daddy Ann country club, tennis clubs.
Yeah.
And I mean, your joining fees are 100,000 US right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, jeez, man. I can access golf clubs and stuff in South Africa.
Yeah.
I can access that society, but at a reasonable price. It's
Very
never
reasonable.
in a competition.
Yeah.
So I think South Africa, what you get for your money is massive. You can live like a king there, I promise you.
No, you
And that's why I'm not leaving.
No, that is true. That is exactly true. When you here in South Africa, when you're coming from America and you have 400,000 US dollars, a millionaire here.
Yeah, big time.
No, less than that, almost. Yeah.
No,
Well, yeah,
I'm saying,
yeah.
you're
But
multi-
you close to that.
Yes, no, like you.
Yeah.
You've got about 700, you've got about 700 million, 7 million in South Africa, and the cost of living is very cheap, and you take that for granted. So when you are here in South Africa and you want to buy a house, a freestanding house in a gated community for 400,000 rand.
But we
Yeah,
talk
no,
400,000.
you
But
do
we
well.
never get that in America. You never get that in the
By the
US.
way-
You never get that in Europe. And
you still in Beverly Hills level of living.
Exactly.
And the quality of our housing is amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's no
Trust
joke.
me, I
It's
know.
brick and mortar.
I live in
We
Blue
do
Valley.
brick and mortar.
Here, so
Yeah.
I mean that's where we live.
Yeah.
So
It's brick and mortar. It's not like it's wood
looks
and
crazy.
partitions and all that type of shit. It's with a swimming pool, 1,000 square meter yard.
Yeah, you're right.
It's massive. When we go to a restaurant, we used to buying a bottle.
Easy.
Yes, you guys, Americans, Europeans, they buy wine by the glass. We don't buy wine by the glass. We buy bottles. Whiskey, we buy bottles because that's how.
And to his
Alcohol is cheaper here, even it's not produced here, but it's cheaper here than it is in
That's
France.
how, yeah.
Champagne, we buy champagne cheaper here for some reason.
I think you like SA.
and
I
by the
love
way,
SA actually.
let's say
You appreciate it when you travel.
yeah, but
I
let's
love it.
say something very
You well
clear.
traveled. And you well traveled.
But let's say something clear. We do have our problems, right? Every country does. We're having some electrical problems right now and stuff. But in all honesty, everybody has problems, you know? And the problems don't outweigh the benefits.
Let me give you an example. Like for example, like everybody's talking about load shedding, but it's under control in some ways because we know when it's happening. But like right
But I mean,
now,
today is no load shedding. you
yeah,
know
of
what I mean?
course.
It sounds bad. I'm selling it bad.
Yeah, we know when it's happening.
No, he's good. No, he's good. He's good.
And we can properly plan for it.
Yeah, but you know what? Right now in the States, they got droughts where they can't. I mean, massive droughts throughout the entire country.
Yeah, look at Europe.
Can't even get any water. They can't get water, and we got the best water in the world.
Oh yeah, drink
Right here in
we
Joburg.
drink tap water, man. Nobody drinks bottled water.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Guys, let me get out of here. But this brother here just showed up. I don't know who he is, but he's making a lot of noise. He got a nice hat though. I like that jacket
And a
too.
big jacket,
I like that jacket. I'm about to get that.
That's the last person you want to know.
Really? Yeah. What's up, bro? You good? All right, great, man. Great.
He was in exile with Oliver Tambo.
Oh, really?
The big comrades.
Oh my God, I believe it too.
He's the only survivor in that group.
You don't want to make, yeah, because you had that big old jacket on.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.